Things move incredibly fast at Virgin Voyages, and the beginning of July has been no different. I'm David from VV Insider, and I'm here to bring you all the latest news about Virgin Voyages, including some news about Brilliant Lady, Virgin Voyages' fourth ship launching later this year. I'm going to tell you more about Brilliant Lady's journey to Italy to start a period of fit and finish to get her ready to set sail, a peek at the wonderful food and drink options available at the Eat and Drink Festival across the fleet, a quick look at what Valentine's Day on board Virgin Voyages ships will look like in 2026, some amazing new offers to make sure you can get the sailing of your dreams for less, with crucially some onboard credit for you to spend as you sail. And we'll also be looking at the new Gunbae menu. The offerings at the Korean barbecue on board have had a little bit of a shake around, so we're going to have a look at the new options available, so stick around. VV Insider is the #1 resource for the latest Virgin Voyages info, guides and news. From picking the perfect cabin to booking dining, or simply just making the most of your voyage and saving money while you do it, VVinsider.com has helped thousands of sailors around the world sail smarter. Support our work by hitting subscribe and stick around to hear how you can get exclusive perks by booking directly with us. So let's jump right in. Firstly, let's look at the Eat and Drink Festival, which this year has been dubbed the Passport to Flavors event. We've spent a lot of time putting together an ultimate guide for this event, so if you're sailing in July, you'll want to hop on VV Insider and take a big look of what this food and drink festival at sea will offer you when you sail in July. These offerings are available until July 26th, and it all centers around this free collectible item called a Passport to Flavors. And this year the theme is all around a taste of brilliant. And the idea is to get sailors ready for the launch of Brilliant Lady later this year. The free collectible passport will guide you through the different options available as part of this experience. There are exclusive new drinks available across pretty much every bar on board, whether that's a Miami Glow in the casino, a Broadway Bloom in Sip Lounge, a Rain City Old Fashioned in the Draft House, a Little Havana Sunset in the Loose Cannon, or an Empire Daiquiri in the Athletic Club. There is something for everyone, including non-alcoholic options at each of the locations as well, which means that everyone can follow along. Once you order your drink, you can get a stamp in your passport from the bar staff, and once you've collected all 7 of these stamps, you can return your fully stamped passport to Sailor Services to enter a raffle. The raffle grand prize will be revealed on July 31st. Also in the Passport to Eat, you're going to have fantastic exclusive options available in the galley. This includes a crispy Reuben roll and specialty hot dogs in the burger bar, a wild mushroom kniff, and an apple focaccia with a cider glaze to celebrate New York. In Bento Baby, you're going to see the Cobb roll and a soy braised tofu sushi. And in the sweet side, you're going to see a butterscotch budino and fruit sushi. And this is celebrating Los Angeles. And to celebrate Seattle, you have a smoked salmon starter in the Daily Mix, a brajol panini with braised short ribs in well bread. And in the sweet side, you've got a creme brulee donut and a chocolate espresso mousse. And finally, celebrating Miami, you're going to see a huge amount of options in Diner and Dash, including a mojo marinated suckling pig and a range of Miami themed sides. And taking us back to the sweet side, you have an almond guava gaunt, popcorn mousse, and strawberry and guava pastelitos. Let's Talk About It has also been transformed for this event, changed into a mini bar serving sips of brilliant. Again, offering cocktails and mocktails that are themed to the destinations that Brilliant Lady will be visiting as she sets sail later this year. To read all about it and see everything that's available at this exclusive event in July, visit VVinsider.com. We have a full article explaining everything you'll need to know. Some more fantastic news for those that want to get away for less, as the July 2025 offer has been revealed by Virgin Voyages. This offer runs until the very end of the month, so you have until the 31st of July to get 70% off your second sailor. This can really bring the cost of your voyage way down for those sailing with 2 or more sailors. And crucially, this fantastic offer is combinable with onboard credit offers that we have available as well. So along with this offer, there is an incredible $300 of potential onboard credit that you can bag for select Caribbean sailings of 7 nights or more. We have a full list of all the voyages that are applicable for this particular offer, So if bagging some onboard credit sounds great to you, head on over to vvinsider.com and we can tell you everything you need to know about this offer, as well as tons of reasons why booking with vvinsider.com is the best way to get sailing on Virgin Voyages. Remember, you'll never pay more by booking with us. The service that we provide and the first mate service that's provided by our partners does not cost you any more at all, but it helps us out and makes sure we can continue to get these great guides and information out to you all. But you'll also benefit as well by getting ad-free access to our website and joining our exclusive members only club for Virgin Voyages experts like yourself called the Red Diamond Club. And we have all the information about that members only club and our loyalty scheme available on vvinsider.com. Let's talk about something brand new, and that starts off with a look at the incredible new food options available at Gunbae, the Korean barbecue restaurant exclusively available at sea on Virgin Voyages. There are some new small bites available, including a cucumber and avocado salad with a small touch of heat from some pepper threads, and a new kimchi pancake. One thing to note here is that these new menu items do replace some of the old menu items. So for example, this kimchi pancake replaces the existing kimchi pancake that was available on the Gunbae menu up until July. In terms of rice noodles and stews, we have a new stew available, which is a soft tofu stew with mussels, clams and shrimps. There's also a new rice cake item on the menu, which is in a sauce with zucchini and shiitake mushrooms. On the barbecue grill, the vegan option now includes peppers and asparagus, which joins the mushrooms that were there before. There is now also a soy marinated ribeye with onions and a seafood trio, which includes squid, octopus and scallops. And in terms of dessert, the mango and matcha ice cream options have been replaced with a black sesame soft serve option. And as a brand new dessert option at Gunbae, there's now a warm Korean pancake with almond, cinnamon and sesame seeds. The pictures of this option look incredible. We can't wait to try this when we're on board later this month. And on the bar menu, there are some new drinks available as well. Do head over to our article on vvinsider.com to read about the new drinks available. They all look incredible. And finally, there's a new treat yourself option available at Gunbae. If you're not familiar with treat yourself options on Virgin Voyages, what they are a premium option on the menus where there is a dollar value against it, so you will use up your sailor loot or you'll be charging your onboard account for these options if you decide to go for them. Of course, these are completely optional. All of the rest of the food across the ship are included. These are simply those premium options if you decide to go for them. So historically in Gunbae, you had the Wagyu beef platter as your treat yourself option. That is no longer part of the menu, but instead we have a very different option, which is a slow roasted pork dish, which is served with oysters and caviar. This is priced at $75, and it's certainly a way to make your night at Gunbae even more special. In news that will surprise absolutely none of you that have sailed with Virgin Voyages before, they have been named the best cruise line by Travel and Leisure for the third year in a row. This comes off the back of Travel and Leisure's World's Best Survey 2025. Not only did they win this prestigious award, they actually were awarded a higher score than they were the year previous. And this could be down to the effort that's been put in by the Virgin Voyages board to make the onboard experience even better than it was before by bringing in new entertainment and shaking up the food offerings available as well. Not only did Virgin Voyages win this category, they won by a landslide, scoring more than 10 points above the runner-up Celebrity Cruises with an overall reader score of 94.8. A huge congratulations to Virgin Voyages, the crew that make it happen, and a clear indication of why people keep coming back time and time again to Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages have announced their plans for the Valentine's Day sailings in 2026. And what are we expecting with these Valentine's Day sailings? Well, there promises to be themed ship-wide events happening for Valentine's, as well as some Valentine's themed food and sweet treats available as well. Virgin Voyages have promised to go extra red with romantic touches and surprises throughout these voyages. So the dates you need to look out for: Brilliant Lady is hosting her Valentine's sailing on the 12th of February, which is an 8-night voyage out of Miami. If you're looking for a shorter voyage, Scarlet Lady is heading out on February 13 for a 5-night voyage out of Miami. Valiant Lady is setting out on Valentine's Day itself. So this February 14 voyage is a 7-night voyage out of San Juan. And finally, Resilient Lady as well is sailing on Valentine's Day itself. So February 14, another 7-night voyage, this time out of Miami. And don't forget, the Splash of Romance package is a really good way to celebrate love on board Virgin Voyages. It's a great package which includes priority boarding and Shake for Champagne, where you can shake your Virgin Voyages app and champagne will be brought to you wherever you are on the ship, with some small exclusions. You also get access to the thermal spa, and you also get some exclusive sweet treats delivered to your room. If you want to add the Splash of Romance package on one of these Valentine's sailing, there are a limited number of packages that can be sold per voyage, so make sure you book that early and get the Splash of Romance package added on as soon as you book. Again, if you book with VV Insider, we can help you secure that Splash of Romance package if you act quick. So if you want to do that, head over to vvinsider.com now and start your booking with us. It wouldn't be a 2025 update without some more Brilliant Lady news. So on July 4th, Brilliant Lady set sail from Malaga, where she's been stationed for a fair while now, and headed over to Italy to Palermo, where she is due to get some new fixtures and fittings to get her ready for the big launch later this year. She's there for a rumoured 2-week wet dock. If you're not familiar with what a wet dock is, it's where fixtures and fittings and refurbishments happen while the ship is alongside at a port, as opposed to having to go in for a proper dry dock where the hull of the ship is exposed. So with that being said, we're not expecting any massive changes for Brilliant Lady than what we've already theorized or have been rumored or revealed already. But if you're interested in knowing what is changing on Brilliant Lady, we put together a video guide which explains every single change that's happening on Brilliant Lady that's been announced so far. And this video guide does a real deep dive of all the new events that are happening on board Brilliant Lady, and that is where these lady ships really set themselves apart, is with the events, the parties, the entertainment that's available on board. I personally learned a huge amount about Brilliant Lady just by putting that video together, so do give it a watch and look out for all those fantastic things that are coming up. Speaking of Brilliant Lady, there are so many events coming up over the next few weeks around Brilliant Lady, and VV Insider are going to be right there along with all the action. So we're getting our first sneak peek at Brilliant Lady during her time in Portsmouth. She arrives in Portsmouth on the 18th of August, and that is where she's going to be until she sets sail across the ocean to begin her mermaiden voyage in New York City on the 5th of September. But because we're going to be on board in Portsmouth, we're going to get some of the first reveals from Brilliant Lady, and we'll be bringing them directly onto this channel, so make sure that you subscribe and follow along. There is also going to be a big launch celebration on August 19th, and of course we'll be along for that as well, so we'll be capturing all the fun, the festivities, the celebrations that are going on. And if all goes well, you might see one of our first YouTube lives from Brilliant Lady herself, so make sure you're subscribed to that channel so you get that notification when we're going live. As long as the technology doesn't fail us, it'd be great to bring you along and answer some of your questions that you have about Brilliant Lady while we're on board. I just want to thank you so much for helping make this new YouTube channel a success. It's been so wonderful reading all of your comments about how useful you're finding these videos. So we just want to reach as many people as possible. So make sure that you've left us a like and also leave us a comment. It does a really good job of getting these videos out to more and more people. So why don't you let us know how we're doing? Are you finding these videos useful? Is there anything else that you'd like us to cover in terms of topics that we can talk about on Virgin Voyages? We promise to be branching out a little bit further than just Voyages over the next few months. We've just had confirmation that we're able to look at one of the Virgin Hotels properties. So we're going to be doing a video comparing the Virgin Hotels experience to the Virgin Voyages experience. We think that's going to be incredible. So do follow along for that as well. And if you've done all that and you've helped the channel, there is one huge way that you can support all the work that we do here at VV Insider, and that is to go ahead and trust us with your next Virgin Voyages booking. So go to vvinsider.com/book, where you can browse all of the itineraries and make all the plans yourself. So you don't need to pick up the phone or wait on emails. You can just choose a voyage and make your payment directly on virginvoyages.com. Or of course, there's information there if you'd like to send us an inquiry and we can help you plan your perfect voyage directly. So I look forward to hearing from you and helping you out with your next voyage there. Thank you so much for coming along with us. And until next time, happy sailing.